Welcome to day 2. Yesterday we looked at arrays and we looked at putting our objects into rows and into columns. And this time we're looking at sharing objects into different groups, making sure that they stay equal. So we've got our learning objective to understand sharing into equal groups. So when we share, we make sure that we give people the equal number. Okay, we don't give Tom 2 and Maisie 5. We need to make sure that we have the same in each group. Right, so if we have a look here, we can use arrays to help to share out. It makes it easier and it helps us to see it nice and clearly. We've got 6 apples here, so we've got Jim and Anna, and they would like to share the apples. Okay, so how do we share the apples between the 2 children? Well, we can put their names on it. So if we've got here, this is the answer. So if we have a look here, we've got Jim, then Anna, then Jim, Anna, Jim, Anna. So they put their names on them to make sure that they know how many they get each. So if we have a look at Jim, Jim gets 1, 2, 3, and Anna gets 1, 2, 3. So Anna gets 3, Jim gets 3. That means that they have the equal group. They have the equal parts. So remember, looking at our YouTube clip and also our game, so that helps you to make sure that you're doing the groups correctly. Okay. So activity 1. Activity 1 is sharing. We're looking at these 5 children up here. There are some grapes and they need to share them. So we need to think, well, how many is each child going to get? If we have a look on the board, we've got our 5 children here and the 5 grapes. Now, the best way to do it is if you write this on a piece of paper as well, 5 children, draw your 10 grapes. What you need to do then, instead of writing their names, because we don't know their names, we can't write their names for this one, but what we can do is join the child to each grape. So if we start off, child 1, we have this grape, 2, child 3, child 4, and child 5. So at the moment, each child has 1 grape. But we've still got some left over. So what we're going to do is we're going to start again and see if they can have another grape. So if we start with child 1, he's going to have this grape, child 2, child 3, Mrs. That was a bit silly. She didn't count correctly. She needs to add another grape. So we've got, everyone gets another grape. Now, how do we know how many they get each? Well, we look at the children and we see how many lines do we see? We see 1 line, 2 lines. So this child gets 2. The next one, 1, 2. So that child also gets 2. This child, 1, 2. This child also gets 2. 1, 2. And this one gets 2, 1, 2. And this one gets 2. Is the number the same? Yes, so is it fair for the children? Yes, because they all have the same amount and there's no need to fight over the grapes. Okay, then we have some muffins here. We have 8 muffins and 2 plates. How many do you think are going to fit on each plate? Remember how we can do it. We can use our lines to help us. Make sure one plate gets 1 muffin, or we can put our numbers at the bottom. We can put plate number 1, plate number 2. It's up to you how you'd like to do it. But remember to take your time and remember that they have to be equal. Equal means the same. Okay, let's have a look at our reasoning and problem solving. So we've got Dora here. She has 10 biscuits and she wants to share them equally at her party. So if she shared them equally, how many people could be at the party? Now, I would like to just tell you that there can be lots of different answers for this one. So just have a think. If I want to put them in equal groups, I need to know how many people are at the party. I'm going to show you one answer. So I've got 10 biscuits here. Now, if I was going to draw a line in the middle like this, okay, I would have 5 biscuits on this side and 5 biscuits on this side. So then I would have child number 1 and child number 2. So how many people would be at the party? 2. And how many biscuits would they have each? 5. And that would make sense. But I want you to have Is there another answer you can come up with? Because it's really good to see. Okay, so have a go and then look at Jack and Eva at the end and see how you get on. And remember, my maths has lots of different extra work, so have a go. Excellent. See you tomorrow.